Welcome to a very special Soccer Down Here 1v1 as we get you ready for the championships in the GHSA as they continue on here, day number 2 as we are talking. And tonight in Duluth, Georgia, Duluth High School, a very, very special matchup going on in the Class 5A Boys Division, 7:30-ish Eastern Time. And it was the opportunity for us, because of teachers at River Ridge having to dance around cyber attacks and things like that. They were having to spend a lot of time dealing with the academic side of things, and we finally did get the chance to catch up with Philip Thomas to find out what's going on at River Ridge as they're getting ready for the matchup against Johns Creek, because really, if all you say is boys soccer, River Ridge, Johns Creek, I don't think you have to say much more. Here's the River Ridge part of the equation.
You're there again, last game of the year. What's this ride been like?
It's been a surprise, to be honest, but a pleasant surprise, obviously. I'm very proud of the team. We graduated 14 seniors last year, and knew it was going to be, a very different makeup of the team. A little bit of experience, but not a lot of experience. A lot of kids who are on the roster this year were not on the roster last year. And so, it took some time. We went off to a bit of a bumpy start. When you're 1-3 to start off the year, it's a change considering the fact we lost 2 games over the last 2 years prior to that. But I felt like the kids kind of stuck with it. They continue to listen to the message and believe in what we're doing. But it's been enjoyable to watch, and it's been one heck of a run so far.
What'd you learn in those losses?
Um, they needed to figure out one, it's about the name on the front of their jersey and understand that that's what they're representing, whether it's on the field or off the field, and understanding roles and responsibilities on and off the field. And then kind of establishing how we want to play. When you bring in a group that's not as familiar as we've had in the past couple of years, it creates the moments in games where the rhythm breaks down and whatnot. And so learning how to figure those things out. We had a real big problem early on conceding early, either in the first half or in the second half. And that's a focus thing. So just kind of growing up a little bit, understanding what it takes to be successful. Those were the things we really took away from those losses.
And then, fast forwarding into the playoffs, you've got to go on the road because you're a 2 seed out of Region 6, and you go to McIntosh, and we were there for that match as well. They didn't, you haven't shown any fear on the road against ranked teams or any kind of pedigrees like that. So, I mean, what did you take from that McIntosh match that helped you out hosting Dunwoody and knocking off Gainesville?
I think it created a belief amongst the team when you're playing a power like McIntosh, who have multiple state championships. It's a bit of a fortress down there, also, and you can come away with the win the way we did, especially in overtime. Kind of an unsung hero with Patrick Nadulu scoring the goal. It creates a belief that maybe we can make a run here. Our first round game, we kind of walked through the first half, woke up a little bit in the second half, but to then follow that up with an actual battle where it's just nonstop double overtime, I think really gave us that belief and encouragement in one another, that we can pull this thing off.
So now you're getting ready for the last game of the year again. When I mention this group of seniors, what sticks in your head?
It's a unique group. I've been telling people it's a testament to these kids. 2 of the seniors that are on the team never made a team in the previous 3 years, whether JV or varsity here at River Ridge. One starting for us, the other one scored the game-winning goal against McIntosh. And the fact that they keep coming out and trying out every year. I always tell them that even if you don't make it this year, come back the next year, we reassess. If you're good enough to be on this team, you're good enough to play here, you're going to play here. And so you have those seniors who have been grinding it out, trying to make it every year. And then you have a group of seniors that, with Bennett Van Gilder, who's been with the team for 4 years. Santi Parado played and started for us last year. And then you have Fernando Gonzalez and Gonzalo Velasquez, who have stepped in in their roles that are new roles because a lot of last year they watched. And so to see all the seniors come together and understand their roles and their responsibilities and kind of lead the rest of the way and lead the charge, it's been nice to see.
So then when I mention Johns Creek to you, what sticks in your head?
I mean, they're extremely powerful. We played them earlier after spring break. Uh, Very, very dynamic in their attack. They're dangerous in all different spots. Um, but a lot of times when you play teams that score a lot of goals and play in an open style, then they're susceptible to counterattacks and transitions and might be able to leak some goals here and there. And they don't do that either. They're very sound in the back, but they are very talented. They're very organized, well coached, and they're gonna be hard to break down. But we feel like we can lean on our experiences in the past and understanding what this game is like and the environment and how it's very different than any other game that we'll play in. And we're going to lean on that, and we're going to lean on the leadership from those who've experienced this before, and hope we can rise to the occasion. But Johns Creek is going to be an extremely difficult opponent.
And we can't wait for it. Maddie and Jason going to be on the call tonight for this one, Johns Creek and River Ridge. I don't think you need to say anything else but those 4 words. I hope the computers come back, and I hope that everything is where you're not having to enter everything manually. I can't thank you enough for doing this. I'm glad we were able to finally catch up while we're multitasking and all of this stuff. Safe travels over there tonight. Have a great game, and we'll catch up with you soon, my friend.
I appreciate it.